Well, first off, I think we stayed healthy today, which is always a goal in a spring game. Um, Having a season of COVID, I just wanted to try to make it as fun as it could be for players, for fans maybe that hadn't had an opportunity to come that were there today. And so it seemed like the guys had fun. Matt played well with the top three receivers there until we pulled them. So that was good to see. And defense had some turnovers and played really well at times. So, it was a cool day. It was really cool that baseball had the big comeback win right before we started. Which was neat that it happened to be on when we were finishing up warm-ups.
We're going to start us off for the first question. Please raise your hand. I'll call on you. Nick, go ahead.
Laying a couple of long looks at Kincaid and Altmaier today. Just kind of what you see from those guys when they got the chance to play.
They didn't have the top guys when they were in there, which obviously, as you can see, makes a difference for anybody. But we'll watch the film on that. They made a few plays in there, and at times had some plays maybe where some receivers could have made them that didn't make plays. It would have helped them statistically. But just wanted to get them. Even I think they both were both teams at times too.
Parrish?
Lane, I think you kind of just alluded to this, but was it harder to evaluate some of those guys today with so many players not available?
Yeah, I think once you lose top players, then obviously that filters through your depth chart. And, so sometimes those guys, are with some twos, that are really normally threes or fours. And, that can impact. And we didn't have as many defensive people out. So, you could see that show up, especially, when it was twos versus twos.
Ed Johnson?
Lane, if you would just talk about what you saw between with the hookups between Matt Corral and Braylon Sanders today, and how Braylon can be a really good deep threat for you guys.
Well, I thought, Braylon, when he was healthy last year, played great. And went out of that LSU game, he was really hot when he was going out, and I think his average per catch was one of the tops in the country. So just good to see him make plays, and needs to stay healthy so he can have a really big year.
Tyler?
Lane, did anyone in particular stand out to you that we might have missed today?
I don't know that you would have missed. You probably could see as well as me. I thought 21 Walker, did some really good things with the ball. We have some guys that, some of the guys you saw today were not even here a week ago. So we had some tryouts and just found some guys. So interested to see those guys thrown in there and, in the spring game.
Nick Son?
Lane, you guys spent a lot of time this week kind of hyping this up as the biggest party in the U.S. Just how do you think you guys executed on that?
Well, I don't think we probably were the biggest in the U.S. But our guys had fun. They had a good time before, and just trying to make it fun. And I thought that the stuff before was pretty cool, and the coaches got into it. Dressing up and all that. So I don't know, if I was watching, I'd say that's a fun place to go, and so I'd go there.
John, go ahead.
Lane, you talked about how this spring you guys were looking much better defensively. Did today kind of look, do you think all the spring practices kind of led to your guys' defensive performance today in terms of progression, and how do you think the defense has kind of progressed up until this point?
Well, it's kind of a weird game too, because things are mixed, and it's not just all ones and twos, and so it's kind of hard to evaluate that way. And then those top receivers, you really weren't supposed to really tackle them. That's why they were in different colored jerseys. So and that probably made it a little harder to cover them, you know. So I look at the spring as a whole that, you know, I think we're much improved on defense.
Parrish? Parrish, go ahead, your question.
Yeah, okay. Look, Lane, can you talk about Tysheem Johnson, the play he made there with the interception? We heard his name a lot this spring, and he just looked real physical on that play.
Yeah, he's really unique. Does not seem like a young kid from day one when he got here. Very mature, and really good sense of feeling around him, what's going on. So I think he'll be one of many freshmen that play for us.
Neil?
Hey, Lane, I know you can't comment on specific recruits or whatnot, but obviously you were talking about how you're trying to portray an image that, hey, this is a fun place to play and all that kind of thing. From the feedback you're getting from recruits, is that a message that's getting across?
I think so. Again, the most important thing is the product you put on the field at the end. The other stuff's good, so that's why we try to be creative with it. But if we can go out and play really well, that'll help more than anything.
Steve Moulton, WCCN.
Coach, if you could speak to really kind of the goals that you wanted for this spring, did you accomplish those? And what is your message to the team now that you're entering into the summer?
Well, I think the goals of playing a lot of players on defense and creating competition and playing better over there, we definitely did. Our goal will be getting a lot of these guys healthy that missed spring, and fall should be very competitive after that.